The Militia Boys' true tale of war's unforgiving grip. Picture Thesa, young man from the gritty streets of Manchester, born into the hungry 30s, where poverty clings like smoke from coal fires. James Palmer, just 21, thrust into the storm of World War IIAs, one of the first militia boys, conscripted on his birthday, no less a passport to manhood, stamped with blood and fire. He thinks it's just 6 months, a quick stint in uniform, but fate laughs, dragging him through hell's own gauntlet from the chaotic beaches of Dunkirk, where the sea runs red and the sky screams with bombers, to the scorching sands of North Africa, facing Rommel's desert fox in blistering tank duels amid swirling dust storms that choke the life from men, then the suffocating jungles of Burma, retreat of endless rain, starvation and ambushes where shadows come alive with bayonets. He survives the horror of Belsen's skeletal ghosts, the stench of death that never leaves your soul, and the frozen trenches of Italy's mountains, where every hill hides a sniper's bullet or a mine's deadly kiss. James isn't a hero with a KP's you or me boy who loses his mother, young fiends, solace in street games, and first loves only to watch friends burn in tanks or vanish in monsoon floods. His voice echoes through these pages, raw and unfiltered, questioning the madness, the bonds that save you, and the scars that linger long after the guns fall silent. Why did he survive when so many didn't? Was it luck, God, or sheer stubborn will? Dive into this gripping saga of one man's odyssey through the war's darkest corners, where every step teeters on the edge of survival and the line between life and death blurs in the fog of betrayal. Feel the terror of a shell whistling overhead, the rush of charging into enemy fire, the quiet despair of burying comrades, and the faint hope that somewhere beyond the smoke a better world waits. But at what cost? James Palmer's story isn't just history, it's a warning tribute and a pulse-pounding ride that will leave you breathless, wondering if you'd have made it through. Stick around, because his journey from innocent lad to battle-hardened survivor is about to unfold, one heart-stopping chapter at a time. A thick, choking fog rolled through the narrow, cobbled streets of Hull, Manchester, in the lean, hungry 30s. Coal smoke hung in the air like a persistent shadow, and somewhere far off the metallic clang of trams echoed against brick walls from a small terraced house. 12-year-old James Palmer stepped out, his breath catching in the cold morning air. The world outside was vast, yet intimate, full of small wonders and street-side adventurers. He darted through alleys, chasing ragamuffin friends, marbles clattering under the glow of flickering gas lamps, laughing as they raced the lamplighter, daring him to turn off the lights. Just as they reached him, freedom felt infinite, yet unseen shadows lurked, creeping closer with every careless step. Downstairs, his mother lay frail and quiet, the doctor's orders forbidding her to climb the stairs. James fidgeted by her side until his father's voice summoned him outside, granting him a few precious pennies for sweets he'd never noticed how. She masked her suffering behind soft smiles, all so he could keep his childhood intact. One evening James returned from school to an eerie silence. Neighbours whispered as Dr. Daly rushed past. Ice from the tripe shop on Stretford Road was sent for, and James ran through streets that suddenly felt endless, heart hammering with hope. By the time he returned, clutching the melting block, it was too late. The ice dripped helplessly onto the kitchen table, forming tiny pools like tears, shock paralyzed him. Grief was a weight he had never carried before. The magic of childhood evaporated instantly. The games, the laughter, the innocent mischief, gone. James grew up overnight. No marbles under shop windows, no chasing lamplighters. His father, once sturdy and proud, seemed diminished, hollowed by loss. The house grew cold, empty, yet they clung to each other in silent understanding. Words failed them, but grief wove an unspoken bond tighter than anything else. Seeking structure and camaraderie, James joined the Boys' Brigade. The church on Stretford Road became his second home, not for sermons, but for friendship games and a sense of belonging. Nights were filled with billiards, table tennis, rough-and-tumble play, and stories shared under flickering lights. Brigade camps in Wales were escapes tents pitched under starry skies. Midnight feasts of sticky buns, sardines, and lemonade, laughter echoing across the hills. His father sometimes joined as a civilian orderly, earning a small wage, happy for the rare laughter through football matches with battalion teams. Long walks and first crushes on girls like Francis James learnt the sharp edges of respect. Friendship born from bruises and the delicate threads of romance. Political unrest swirled beyond Holmes Street's black shirt riots, Spanish Civil War headlines, but for now he remained a boy dreaming of work, football, and the thrill of first love. By July 1939, on his 21st birthday, the world intruded. Call-up papers arrived with the keys to his door. A swirl of excitement and dread gripped him. Conscientious objection flitted through his mind, but Kipling and his own fear pushed him forward. He reported to the 13th Tank Regiment at Warminster, Wiltshire. Farewells were brief but burning tears, hugs a final wave, as the train pulled him away from his father, and Muriel smoke from his woodbines curled into the morning sky, marking the end of boyhood. Green fields replaced Manchester's grime in a crowded compartment. He met Joe from Ancoats and George from Liverpool, three lads bound for tanks, sharing cigarette stories and dreams of home by Christmas. The journey was brightened by camaraderie, yet shadows of war waited lurking beyond the horizon. The miracle of Dunkirk fades fast. James and his mates barely catch their breath before the world explodes again back in England. The phony war drags on. Frustration, build sooner the better. They think little do they know what's coming. Training intensifies. New tanks, Shermans arrive, waterproofing drills, beach landings. The second front looms. Everyone whispers Normandy or Italy, no one knows. Then March 1944, orders hit embark for Italy. Taranto awaits the bitterest campaign of all. The ship sails heavy with dread. James stares at the sea, wondering if this time luck finally runs out. Taranto harbor, Italian fleet lies sunken, twisted metal graveyard. They disembark, march inland, join Clark's army for another crack at Cassino. The Gustav line blocks the road to Rome. Mountains, rivers, blown bridges, mines everywhere, tanks useless on rocky trails. Infantry country. James in scout car, recon duty, heart pounding. Every shadow hides death. German 88s flash from ridges. Shells scream overhead. Crump earth shakes. Shrapnel hisses. White hot rain. Men scream, dive for cover. Mudblood mix. Foxholes fill with water. Wounded crawl. Pack mules carry ammo, die in droves. Paratroopers hold Monastery Hill. Fanatical youth's machine. Guns chatter from ruins, Poles push from Pontecorvo, French gooms, knives out. Moroccan, wild men, terrifying allies and enemies. Alike. Third battle for Cassino begins. Thunderous bombing, thousands of tons rubble, monastery shattered, town flattened. No one survives, they think, yet Germans crawl from rocks, fight like demons, street by street, house by house, snipers behind every wall. Tiger tank bricked inside, house shutters open, 88 blasts, shutters close. Where did that come from? Panic, confusion, fear constant. James spots flashes from ridges, radio coordinates. Artillery thunders back, ground shakes, dust chokes, eyes burn, cordite stings, lungs. Infantry inch forward. Bodies pile. German youths die in droves, but they don't break poles. Storm monastery. Hand to hand, knife, bayonet, blood everywhere. Silence finally falls. Smoke clears. Men stare. Numb, dazed skeletons climb from holes, tanks cruise, slump red-eyed infantry, sob wounded moan, mules lie, dead trails littered. Skeletons' bones fly from shattered tombs, macabre cemetery, battle machine guns, behind granite headstones 25 yards apart, mortar. Plonk skeletons explode wounded, lie among long dead bones, horror, unreal James. Watchers frozen, sickened soul screams, when will it end, infantry? Push North Lyra Valley, Hitler line, delays mines. Everywhere progress slow, rivers cross bridges. Gone, engineers blow paths, tanks, consolidate, then next ridge, next hill, same story, again and again. Rain pours, mud sucks, boots, men weary, jumpy, depression. Sets in, no end in sight, just one more river, one more hill. James wonders if hell ever see home again, then breakthrough Gustav line cracks. Poles take Piedmonte, road opens, Rome falls, June 4th, 1944, 2 days later, Normandy news. Hope flickers, but push north slows, Clark's forces diverted, South France diversion, Normandy, focus Italy, forgotten Germans retreat. Reorganize Gothic line, Pisa to Rimini Mountains, again Apennines hell, Spoleto, Perugia, rocky trails, impossible for tanks. Infantry crawl forward, Germans on peaks 88s. Rain, death Nebelwerfer, 6 shells at once, terror. Constant, every day, under fire, flash. Whistle, crump, shrapnel, rain. James in scout car, spots, flashes radio. Back barrage, thunders, men pinned, screams. Echo valleys, no respite, no quiet moments, war grinds on, winter comes, snow, mud, misery, men freeze wounded, die cold James. Scarred, numb, questions everything, why survive, why this madness, bonds with mates, keep him sane, Joe, Aggie, Tufty, gone now, others. Fill gaps, faces change, pain, same, then order comes, Python, scheme, 3 years abroad, home James, stunned, eligible for years, abroad, one piece miracle, relief, floods tears. Joy, but last day's tense premonition, something will happen, last minute shell. His name on it, fear grips every patrol, jumpy, paranoid, prays just a little longer, get me out alive, finally, relief arrives, scout car screams. Uphill shells chase puffs, smoke closer, James clutches gun, valise, lace, tablecloth, loot from castle. Heart pounds driver, Fred one-hand wheel, lights fags, screams go, they skid behind rocks, safe laughter, hysterical tears, relief James laughs, cries. God took pity, Italy, over journey home begins Naples transit camp, chaos, deserters, black market filth. Typhoid fear, but ship waits November 23rd, 1944 sails. Away from Sin City, Arrivederci, Napoli, White Cliffs, approach home at last. Back in England, the miracle of Dunkirk feels like a distant dream. James catches his breath, but the war machine never stops. Phony war drags on, frustration boils, sooner the better, they whisper, training ramps up, new tanks arrive, Sherman's waterproofing. Drills, beach landings, second front rumors, swirl Normandy or Italy, no one knows. March 1944 orders. Crash down, embark for Italy, Taranto, the bitterest chapter begins. Ship heavy with dread, James stares at waves, wondering if luck finally ends. Taranto harbor, Italian fleet, twisted metal graveyard. They disembark, march inland. Join Clark's army, another crack at Cassino, Gustav line, blocks Rome mountains, rivers, blown bridges. Mines everywhere, tanks, useless rocky trails, infantry hell. James, scout car, recon, heart pounds every shadow, death, German 88s, flash ridges, shells scream, crump, earth shakes, shrapnel hisses. White hot rain, men scream, dive, mud, blood, foxholes fill water, wounded crawl, pack, mules, ammo die, droves, paratroopers. Hold Monastery Hill, fanatical youths, machine guns, chatter, ruins poles, push Pontecorvo, French gooms, knives, Moroccan, wild men, terrifying allies, enemies, third. Cassino battle, thunderous bombing, thousands tons, rubble, monastery shattered, town flattened. No one survives they think, yet Germans crawl, rocks fight demons, street house sniper, wall tiger, bricked house shutters. Open 88 blasts close, wherefrom panic, confusion, fear, constant James spots, flashes, ridges, radio coordinates, artillery. Dunder's ground shakes, dust chokes, eyes burn cordite stings, lungs, infantry, inch bodies, pile German youths died droves. Don't break poles, storm. Monastery hand, knife, bayonet, blood silence falls, smoke clears, men stare numb, dazed skeletons climb. Holes, tanks, crews slump, red-eyed infantry, sob wounded. Moan mules, dead trails, skeletons, bones fly shattered tombs, macabre, cemetery battle machine guns. Granite tombstones, 25 yards apart, mortar plonk skeletons explode, wounded among long dead bones, horror, unreal, James watches, frozen sickened soul, screams, when end infantry, push north. Lira Valley Hitler line, delays mines. Progress slow, rivers cross, bridges gone, engineers blow paths, tanks consolidate, next ridge hill, same story, rain. Pause, mud sucks boots, men weary, jumpy depression, no end one. More river, one more hill, James wonders, see home again, breakthrough. Gustav cracks, Poles Piedmonte road opens, Rome falls. June 4th, 1944, 2 days Normandy news, hope flickers. Push north, slows Clark's forces diverted south. France diversion, Normandy focus, Italy forgotten, Germans retreat, Gothic line, Pisa Rimini, mountains again, Apennines, Hellspalato, Perugia, rocky trails, impossible tanks, infantry crawl Germans, peaks, 80. 8's rain, death, Nebel warfare, 6 shells, terror constant, everyday fire, flash whistle, crump shrapnel, rain, James, scout car spots, flashes radio barrage, thunders men pinned, screams, valleys, no respite, winter snow, mud, misery, men freeze, wounded die. Cold James, scarred, numb, questions everything. Why survive madness, bonds mates, keep sane Joe, Aggie Tufty, gone faces change, pain same. Then Python scheme, 3 years abroad, home James, stunned eligible for years, one piece, miracle relief floods tears. Joy last days, tense premonition, something happened last minute, shell name, fear grips every patrol, jumpy, paranoid praise, little longer, get out alive, finally, relief. Scout car screams, hill shells chase, puffs, smoke, closer, closer, James clutches gun, valise. Lace tablecloth, loot castle, heart pounds driver, Fred one hand wheel lights, fags screams, go-go skid rocks, safe laughter, hysterical tears, relief. James laughs, cries, God pity Italy, over journey home begins, Naples transit camp, chaos deserters, black. Market filth, typhoid fear, ship waits, November 23rd, 1944, sails, Sin City. Arrivederci, Napoli, white cliffs, approach home, lost. Dunkirk miracle barely sinks in James and mates. Catch breath England, phony war drags, frustration boils sooner, better they whisper, training. Ramps new tanks, Shermans arrive, waterproofing drills, beach landings, second front rumors, Normandy, Italy. No one knows, March 1944, orders crash, embark, Italy, Taranto, bitterest chapter. Ship heavy dread, James stares, waves luck finally ends. Taranto harbor, Italian fleet, twisted metal. Graveyard disembark, march inland, join Clark's army crack. Cassino Gustav. Line blocks Rome mountains, rivers blown bridges, mines tanks, useless rocky trails, infantry hell James. Scout car, recon heart pounds, shadow death German 88s, flash ridges, shells, scream crump, earth shakes, shrapnel, hisses, white. Hot rain, men scream dive, mud blood foxholes, fill water, wounded crawl pack mules, ammo die droves, paratroopers hold, monastery hill fanatical youths. Machine guns, chatter ruins, Poles, push, Pontecorvo, French gooms, knives, Moroccan wildmen, terrifying. Allies, enemies, third Cassino, thunderous bombing, thousands, tons rubble. Monastery, shattered town, flattened, no survives, think yet Germans, crawl rocks, fight demons, street house, sniper war, tiger. Bricked shutters open, 88 blasts close where. From panic, confusion, fear, constant, James spots, flashes, ridges, radio coordinates, artillery thunders, ground shakes, dust chokes, eyes burn cordite, stings lungs, infantry inch bodies, pile German youths, die droves, don't break poles, storm monastery hand. Hand knife, bayonet, blood silence, falls, smoke clears, men stare, numb dazed, skeletons climb holes, tanks, crews. Slump, red-eyed infantry sob, wounded moan, mules, dead trails, skeletons, bones, fly-shattered tombs. Macabre cemetery, machine guns, granite tombstones. 25 yards mortar plonk skeletons, explode wounded, among long dead bones, horror unreal, James watches frozen, sickened soul screams. When end infantry push north Lyra, valley Hitler, line delays, mines progress, slow rivers, cross bridges, gone. Engineers blow paths, tanks consolidate, next ridge hill, same rain pours mud. Sucks boots, men weary, jumpy depression, no end, one more river, one more hill, James wanders, see home. Breakthrough Gustav, cracks poles, Piedimonte road, opens Rome, falls June. Fourth 2 days, Normandy news hope flickers, push north, slows Clark's forces diverted south, France diversion, Normandy focus, Italy, forgotten Germans. Retreat, Gothic line, Pisa, Rimini Mountains, Apennines, Hell, Spoleto, Perugia, rocky trails, impossible. Tanks, infantry crawl, Germans peaks, 88's rain, death nebel warfare. 6 shells, terror constant, everyday fire, flash whistle, crump shrapnel, rain James, scout car spots, flashes radio barrage, thunders men pinned, screams, valleys, no respite winter. Snow, mud, misery, men, freeze, wounded, die, cold, James scarred, numb questions. Why survive madness? Bondsmates keep saying Joe, Aggie Tufty, gone faces change, Payne's same Python scheme, 3 years abroad home. James stunned, eligible for years, one piece miracle. Relief floods tears, joy last days, tense premonition, something happened last minute, shell name, fear grips, patrol jumpy, paranoid, prays little longer, out alive. Relief scout car screams, hill shells, chase puffs, smoke closer, James clutches, gun valise. Lace tablecloth loot, castle heart pounds driver, Fred one hand, wheel lights fags, screams go-go, skid rocks, safe laughter, hysterical tears, relief. James laughs, cries, God, pity Italy, over journey home Naples, transit chaos, deserters, black market filth. Typhoid fear ship, waits November 23rd, 1944, sails Sin City. Arrivederci, Napoli white cliffs, approach home last. Dunkirk behind them now, James and the Militia Boys. Breathe for a moment, but the war never waits back. In England, the phony war grinds on nerves. Phrase sooner started, sooner over, they mutter, training sharpens, new tanks roll in Sherman's water. For beach landings, drills echo across fields, rumors swirl, second front, Normandy or Italy, no one knows, March 1944 orders. Slam down, embark Italy, Taranto. The cruelest stretch begins, ship cuts, waves heavy, dread, James stares, horizon. Luck finally failed. Taranto harbor, sunken Italian fleet. Twisted metal graveyard, they unload. March inland, join Clark's army. Cassino awaits. Gustav Line blocks Rome. Mountains, rivers, demolished bridges, mines, litter paths, tanks, useless on jagged trails. Infantry nightmare. James scout car recon. Every shadow hides death. German 88s flash from high ridges. Shells scream overhead. Crump earth heaves. Shrapnel hisses. White-hot rain. Men scream. Dive. Mud-blood mixers. Foxholes. Flood-wounded crawl. Pack mules haul. Ammo die in droves. Paratroopers cling. Monastery Hill. Fanatical youths. Machine guns chatter from ruins. Poles. Thrust. Pontecorvo. French gooms. Knives drawn. Moroccan wild men terrify. Friend foe. Third. Cassino unleashes thunderous bombing. Thousands. Tons. Rubble. Monastery crumbles. Town flattens. No one survives. They believe. Yet Germans emerge. Rocks fight demons. Street. House. Sniper. Every wall. Tiger. Tank. Bricked inside. Shutters open. 88 blasts. Shutters close. Where that from panic, confusion, fear. Constant. James spots flashes, ridges, radio coordinates. Artillery pounds. Ground shakes. Dust blinds. Eyes burn. Cordite chokes. Lungs. Infantry inches forward. Bodies stack. German youths die. Droves refuse. Break poles. Storm. Monastery. Hand. Knife. Bayonet. Blood. Silence descends. Smoke clears. Men stare. Numb. Dazed skeletons. Rise holes. Tank crews. Slump. Red-eyed infantry. Sob. Wounded moan. Mules. Dead trails. Littered. Skeletons. Bones scatter. Shattered tombs. Macabre cemetery. Battle machine guns. Granite tombstones. 25 yards apart. Mortar. Plonk. Skeletons explode. Wounded among ancient dead bones. Horror. Unreal. James watches. Frozen soul screams. When does this end? Infantry pushes. North Lyra Valley. Hitler line stalls. Mines everywhere. Progress crawls. Rivers crossed. Bridges gone. Engineers. Blast paths. Tanks consolidate. Next ridge. Next hill. Same nightmare rain. Pours mud. Sucks boots. Men weary. Jumpy. Depression deepens. No end sight. One more river. One more hill. James wonders, will he ever see home again? Breakthrough finally. Gustav Line cracks poles. Sees Piedmonte Road. Opens. Rome falls. June 4th, 1944. 2 days later. Normandy lands. Hope flickers. Push. North slows. Clark's forces diverted south. France diversion. Normandy focus. Italy forgotten. Germans retreat. Gothic line. Pisa. Rimini Mountains. Again Apennines become hell. Spoleto. Perugia. Rocky trails. Impossible tanks. Infantry crawls. Germans hold peaks. 88's rain. Death. Nebel unleashes 6 shells. Terror constant every day. Under fire. Flash. Whistle. Crump. Shrapnel. Rain. James scout car spots flashes. Radio barrage. Thunders. Men pinned. Screams. Echo valleys. No respite. Winter snow. Mud. Misery. Men freeze. Wounded. Die. Cold. James scarred. Numb. Questions everything. Why survive this madness? Bonds with mates. Keep him sane. Joe Aggie. Tufty gone. Faces change. Pain same. Then Python scheme. 3 years abroad. Home. James stunned. Eligible for years. One piece miracle. Relief. Floods. Tears. Joy. Last days. Tense premonition. Something happen. Last minute. Shell his name. Fear grips. Every patrol. Jumpy. Paranoid. Praise. Little longer. Get out alive. Relief. Arrives. Scout car screams. Hill shells chase. Puffs. Smoke. Closer. James clutches. Gun. Valise. Lace tablecloth. Loot. Castle heart pounds. Driver Fred. One hand wheel lights. Fag screams. Go skid rocks. Safe laughter. Hysterical tears. Relief. James laughs. Cries. God pitiately. Over journey home. Naples. Transit camp. Chaos. Deserters. Black market filth. Typhoid. Fear ship. Waits. November 23rd, 1944. Sails away. Sin City. Arrivederci. Napoli. White cliffs. Approach home at last. The desert waits. James and the militia ship out from England. The rolling Duchess, lurching across the Atlantic, then Africa, 7 weeks of seasickness, zigzag, courses, porpoises, leaping destroyers, signaling submarine scares, whales, finally, Suez trucks. Haul them to the canal zone tents, sweetwater warnings, bilharzia worms, no bathing, no drinking, sterilizing tablets, mosquitoes, malaria, sandfly, fever, dysentery, heat, sunstroke, scorpions, desert sores. They laugh, can't be that bad. Navigation lessons. Sun compass, little finger watch trick, north-south desert, not dunes, camels, postcards but barren rocks, camel grass, salt flats, wadis, hot days, icy nights, vehicles become homes, stars overhead. James sent to Cairo, coding course, Abashir, barracks, bedbugs. Blow lamps, lizards catching flies, sleep verandas, bazaars, Ezbekaya gardens, Tramkaza, El Nil pyramids, Memphis. Adventure ends, joins unit scout troop, desert blue, Mersa Matru, wire barbed, line solemn Siwa. Italian advance, small skirmishes, tanks, recon. Patrols, December 1940, Graziani attacks. Pushback Australian Indian troops, Sidi Barani. Solemn recaptured running battles, dust oil, petrol, smoke. Cordite screech shells, crump guns open. Italian pockets, stone forts, machine guns, anti-tank guns. Patrols, draw fire outpost artillery quick. Thrusts hours, crash bang, thump screech. Smoke swirls, infantry mop up eyes, ache, nausea. HQ tank jammed driver, charges crushes. Italian troops, prisoners, flood thousands, cigarettes, Vichy water, Vichy waters, bayonets. Souvenirs, advance, Agedia. Benghazi falls, forced march 150 miles, desert 16. Tanks, composite squadron, deep lonely desert dust. Kling's eyes, red bloodshot heads, ache limbs. Stiff minds wander, automatic zombie reactions, petrol ammo. Lorries follow night refuel engines, off again southwest trig points bearings, Benghazi Falls Road, south convoy retreat trucks, tanks, carriers armored cars as far as ICs, sitting ducks 14 tanks attack roadside crash, fire trucks blaze, blocked. Panic men jump fire blindly, machine guns chatter, bullets ping inside tanks. Cordite smoke gunners fire fast, every shot hits anti-tank guns point blank grenades thrown. Italian tanks, fire own lorries, own tanks, dust thick visibility yards, burning. Screaming, explosions, tanks, blaze, crews scramble rocks, air. Wine bullets, hot shrapnel, rain, 2 hours, carnage, convoy. Destroyed tanks, hit abandoned troops, wave white flags, wounded cry, die, sickened, dazed. Return pimple, smell burning, flesh bodies hang. Cupola's black gooey remains inside tank's sight, never forget soul damned part, it graves dug Italian survivors, mumble sorry fags, given war over them, weight taken. Away victory, Pyrrhic, morally sick, no elation, guilt, depression, talk, Tripoli, Greece, bad. Australians withdrawn, Germans arrive, Tripoli, Rommel command. Axis forces, Italian army gone, enemy Rommel, no support, impossible push, West withdraw, Egypt refit, Sidi Bisha, Alexandria, Sandfly, fever Sarabia, hospital, 3 weeks back, unit re-equipped convalescent, rest, lays, sea smell tannery, docks, unload tanks, guns, troops, air raids, harbour ACC ships, destroyers, bombs, planes, crash fleet club, cheap fags, lager, navy friends, girls prefer sailors, night bombed 8th, 7th Hussars, killed house, joy things, bad desert Rommel, advance, El Agila, Mecheli Benghazi, Tobruk siege, Solimar fire, pass Fort Capuzzo, dug, in British build Mersa Matru, Sidi, Barani, May 15th, attack Solim Capuzzo, hold 2 days, Retire Tobruk holds Rommel. Can't budge Poles, Indians. Garrison can't break out. June 15th sandstorm. Cassino winds. Fry eggs. Tank advance. Capuzzo. Anti-tank barrage. Mobile artillery plaster guns. Advance. Slow blind dust. Facelight tank. First shot lucky 1 day mill. Fire shoot advance. Withdraw smoke. Cordite dust, clouds, noise, unbelievable screaming, dying tanks. Blaze cruise, scramble, half cupolas, torn arms, legs, smoke burning, flesh catch, throat tanks. Abandoned men scramble, trees, shelter, none, nowhere escape, ping bullets, clatter, shrapnel, God end. Tufty drives, scout car, safety rendezvous infantry, dug casualties, 20 dead, 23 injured, 25 militia for unharmed 3 hours. Aged years, 8:30 morning, numbed, sick wait, with no pursuit enemy content, pulverized retreat. Convoy south, echelon coppice, slit trenches, Bren guns, petrol top move, 10 miles south Liga. Bully stew biscuits, straightened scout car, sleep vehicle, wake Lieutenant Mike Major, Battalion HQ 9 p.m. Dark lads dig trenches, brew cards, watch red sky. Barrage, very lights, crump, distant, Advil, tracer, north tracer, closer, hotting, cold, clammy, please God, no more, today night. Dark column, dirt track, woodlands, exhausts, flash, roar, crunch, deafening commanders' heads, headphones, ghostly green, light crackling. Radio air, petrol oil fumes, slow stops, starts, gunners, check belts, Travis guns, fresh air gulps, dark trees, hedgerows, French infantry ditches, weary blackened faces, red eyes waiting something wrong, tanks disperse, deep wood, dispatch riders frantic. Attack off Germans, bypass Magina line, French retreat, panzers, blitzkrieg. Surrounded order move, South Ruang night country lanes, blackout refugees, carts foot, lemmings, cars abandoned mattresses, petrol clothing ditches, blood-soaked strafed graves. Doug Dante, Inferno, Ruang dawn, silent deserted, Cathedral Square, bombed, strafed French tanks, abandoned bridge, populous cellars stop, 20 miles south. Katani supply column tanks, worn ditch, smash breach blocks, rifles, Brin, revolvers, respirator, cape. Ground sheet, blanket ammo, issued 3-ton lorries, final instructions, convoy discipline, blackout, 10 yards, space whispers. Sheeted heads down south, midnight, where no one knows, Spain, Riviera, Guess Lavelle, dawn, hospital French, wounded blue jackets. Thumb lifts prey, humane, POW fate squadron, HQ radio, confab news, Dunkirk, every boat struggled back, evacuation, complete rest, abandoned fate. POW Camp Num resigned, Mount Night resignation, dawn move, northeast contrary guess, halt, narrow lane horror. Burnt vehicles, equipment piles, tracked trucks, smashed oil, drained, seized superstructure, burned kit bags, camp beds, webbing, smashed rifles, ammo, water tanks, stretchers, tin hats, corned beef, petrol map cases, jeeps, Bren carriers, mortar, grenades, ambulances. Van, destruction 2, miles, breast boat, maybe sleep, no noise lights. Attached signals section, dry spot, overturned 3-tonner deep, sleep, cold, night early hours, horror, everyone gone, trail, carnage, destruction. Sky, Brighton birds, dawn, chorus top. Rise breast, small steamer, chugging jetty quayside laugh, shout, oh God, don't go planes, stutter, anti-aircraft Spitfire, hot pursuit, scramble. Gangplank, collapse, heap Lady Mon, Isle Mon, ferry camp holidays, boys brigade, fate-friendly laughter, tears, 100. Yards, bombs, close, rock plunge, deluge, machine guns, Spitfire, pursue enemy, scurry away, lower deck cram bodies, stumble, galley, fat cook. Sweat, thrust, stew, get down lad, wake home, warmth, stew sleep, bowl lap wake, lurch everyone scramble portholes. Portsmouth, Plymouth, Brixham, Plymouth, 21st June 1940, Miracle Home 15 days. Dunkirk final evacuation. The desert swallows them whole. James and the Militia Boys hit the sand after the long sea voyage. Suez Canal port, said trucks rumble. Canal zone, camp tents line. Sweetwater Canal warnings echo. Bilharzia, worms no bathing, sterilizing tablets, malaria. Sandfly, fever, dysentery, scorpions, desert sores, heat stroke, sunstroke, they laugh it off, can't be that bad. Navigation, drilled sun compass bearings. True north, little finger, watch trick desert, not postcards, dunes, camels, barren rocks, camel grass, salt. Flats, wadis, hot days, freeze nights, vehicles, homes, nomadic life, no barracks, stars, roof James, Cairo coding, course, Abashia barracks, bedbugs, blow lamps. Fridays, lizards catch, flies, verandas, bazaars, Ezbekaya, Nafi Brown, Tramkaiser, El Nil, pyramids. Gary Camel bolts Memphis adventure course, ends scout troop Mercer Matru, wire barbed, solemn sea war Italian, Sidi Barani. Small skirmishes, M14 tanks, motorized infantry recon, December 1940, attack Graciani, push Australian Indian help. Sidi Barani, solemn recaptured running battles, light tanks, dust, oil, petrol, smoke, cordite screech, shells, crump guns, Italian pockets, stone forts, machine guns, anti-tank, behind tanks, forward patrols, draw fire outpost, artillery quick thrust, hours crash. Bang, thump screech, thunder smoke, infantry mop aches, eyes nausea. HQ tank jammed, driver charges, crushes lot Libyan, Italian surrender. Thousand cigarettes, Vichy perfume, contraceptives, lewd photos, bayonets, camouflage bags, souvenirs, advance, Ajedabia. Benghazi Falls, forced march, 150 miles, 16 tanks composite, deep, lonely dust, dirt clings eyes, red head aches, limbs. Stiff minds wander, zombie petrol, ammo lorries, night refuel, cool off southwest trig, bearings Benghazi Falls, road south. Tripoli convoy, retreat, trucks, tanks, guns, carriers, armored far ICs, sitting ducks, 14 tanks attack, roadside crash, fire trucks, blaze blocked. Panic, men jump, fire blindly, machine guns, chatter, bullets, ping, cordite, smoke gunners, fast, every shot hits, anti-tank, point-blank grenades, Italian tanks fire own 2 hours. Carnage, convoy destroyed, tanks hit, abandoned white flags, wounded cry, die, sickened, dazed, return pimple, burning flesh, bodies, hang, cupolas, legs, black drop, gooey black remains. Inside sight, never forget soul-damned graves, dug survivors, mumble sorry fags, war over them, wait taken victory, Pyrrhic, morally sick, guilt, depression. Tripoli, talk, Greece, bad Australians, withdrawn Germans, Tripoli, Rommel, command, Axis, Italian gone. Enemy Rommel, no support, withdraw. Egypt refit, Sidi Bishar, Alexandria Sandfly, Sarabia. Hospital 3 weeks back, re-equip. Convalescent lays see Alex Tannery. Docks unload, tanks, guns, troops, air raids, ACA ships, bombs, planes, crash, fleet club, housey. Cheap fags, lager, navy friends, La Rue des Sars, girls, sailors bombed, 87th Hussars, killed house joy, desert bad, Rommel, advance, El Agila, Machili Benghazi, Tobruk, Sej, Solemn Hellfire, Fort Kapuzodug, British Build Mercer, Matro Sidi Barani. May 15th, Solemn Capuzzo hold 2 days, retire Tobruk holds Rommel can't budge, Poles Indians garrison can't break, June 15th. Kamsin wins, Fry egg tank, advance Capuzzo, anti-tank barrage, artillery plaster, advance slow, blind, dust, face. Light tank first shot, lucky, mill fire, shoot, advance, withdraw. Smoke, cordite, dust noise, screaming dying, tanks, blaze, crews half. Torn arms, legs smoke, burning flesh, throat tanks, abandoned scrambled trees, none, nowhere, ping bullets clatter, shrapnel, God. End scarlet flash, fox hand, dogs fox rabbit, diverts scarlet curse. Justice, practice laughter, not bullets, equipment, scarce tanks, gone lorries, Bren, wireless buzzers, map dumped miles, pubs, lanes, bus home, blind eye, bivouac, Stonehenge, army, strange, enjoyable. Grumble, discipline, loose regulars, drinkers, woman, chasers, RSM, overalls, guard, water tower, no bullets. Challenge shadows, Dodd's old school nervous sentry, forgets, turnout guard, leaves, fetch doddy, furious notes. Commander frenzied owl laughter, punishment. Excused civilians heart training, Christmas draft Ringwood, Hampshire 2nd, tanks, village picturesque. Billets, cottages, drapers, town hall, Sunday school, cinema parade, tanks, scout Bren, pleasant walks. Forest discipline, men, Saturday lively, 3 bells. Monkey's cage, Aggies, drink beer, open fling, chaos identity damages, monkeys, shades feds, smashing landlord, furious no court alike, dark, leave Muriel dad. Rationing, blackout, jumpy, phony frustration, sooner draft France 48, no fair old ladies. Pound home kindness, telegram village, send cinema, tea chests, fags, tanks, lorries, Southampton night share bug, dawn cattle trucks, pleasant cards, waving folk, illusion shattered, strafing chatter, panic floor, Bren, wild jump, panic gone, silence sobering. Bombed rubble, new flattened tanks with load ammo, spotted scramble holes, circle back blast, dig trenches, move dusk Abville, Psalm recon scout, speed lanes, quiet cows, graze infantry bridge, wired uneasy farm cows, milk cup brew shells, crash burns. Die entrails, scout fleas, cops, darkness, terror, tears, sobbing. Curse, blame, laugh, heroes' minds, infantry river tracers, hum report, midnight leaguer, cold sleep. Engines, bully, tea biscuits, advance mushroom rifle guns, swish crump, enemy opposite scramble. Salvo, top rise, anti-tank blaze, ducks, murder, fire, cordite, dust, screaming burn, climb cupolas, torches, drag, mud burning, abandon, scramble, no escape, ping clatter, shrapnel, God, tufty safety, dug, 20 dead, 23 injured, 25 militia, 4. 3 hours, aged 8:30, numbed, sick weight, no pursuit, pulverized, retreat, convoy, South Coppice, trenches, Bren, petrol. Move 10 leaguer bully biscuits, straighten sleep vehicle, wake, Mike Major HQ9, dark dig brew cards, red barrage, very crump. Abville, tracer, closer, hot, cold, clammy, God no more, willy back move, no lights, talking French, ditches, refugees trickle, flood mattresses, children, blankets, prams, mothers 5, jam planes, bombs, thud, smoke, strafe, crumpled flames, screams, hate murder. Move, noon derelict HQ, farmyard sentries checked crew sections, Le Mans tanks, dumps, sleep stables, chickens, Dixie, 10 tanks, organize evening. North River horrible memories perhaps, quick no doubt, next night dark column, dirt, woodlands, exhausts roar. Crunch commander's headphones, green crackling air, petrol slow, gunner's belts, traverse air gulps trees. Hedgerows, infantry weary faces, eyes waiting wrong, disperse dispatch, frantic attack, bypass. Imagine a retreat, Panzer's blitzkrieg, surrounded south. Ruang lanes, blackout refugees, carts lemmings, abandoned mattresses, petrol clothing, ditches, blood-strafed graves, Dante's Ruang, dawned silent cathedral, bombed French, abandoned. Bridge cellars 20 Catanai supply, worn ditch, smash breech rifles, Bren. Respirator, cape blanket, ammo lorries instructions, discipline blackout 10 yards, whispers, sheeted south, midnight, Spain, Riviera, guess. Lavelle Dawn Hospital, wounded blue thumb, Prey Pow, HQ, radio confab, Dunkirk boat struggled evacuation, complete abandoned. Fate, POW numb, resigned Mount Resignation, dawn northeast halt, narrow horror, burnt piles. Tracked, smashed oil, seized, burned kit camp webbing, rifles, ammo tanks, stretchers, hats, corned petrol jeeps. Carriers, mortar, grenades, ambulances, NAFI destruction. 2 breast boat sleep signals, dry, overturned deep cold, early horror gone trail, skybirds, chorus rise, breast steamer, chugging jetty. Jog laugh, god don't planes, stutter, spitfire pursuit scramble, gangplank heap, Lady Montferry, Holidays Brigade, fate. Laughter, tears, 100 bombs, rock plunge, deluge guns, pursue, scurry, lower cram, stumble galley, cook sweat, stew down, lad wake. Warmth, stew, sleep bowl, lap wake, lurch, scramble, portholes, Portsmouth, Plymouth, Brixham, Plymouth, 21st June. 1940 Miracle Home, 15 days, Dunkirk final. Back home, the miracle of Dunkirk fades like smoke. James and the lads try to settle, but the war pulls harder. Phony war drags nerves raw. Sooner the better, they mutter, training sharpens. New tanks, Sherman's waterproof drills, echo rumors, second. Front Normandy, Italy, no one knows, March 1944, orders, slam embark, Italy, Taranto. Cruelest chapter ship, heavy dread, James stares. Waves luck fail. Taranto fleet graveyard, twisted metal. They unload, march inland, join Clark's army, Cassino. Gustav Line blocks Rome mountains, rivers, bridges, gone mines, tanks, useless trails, infantry nightmare, James Scout, car wreck on, shadow death, 88's flash ridges, shells, scream, crump shrapnel, rain men scream dive, mudblood, foxholes, flood wounded. Crawl, mules die, paratroopers, monastery fanatical machine guns, ruins, Poles, Pontecorvo, French gooms, knives, terrifying third Cassino bombing, thousands tons, rubble monastery crumbles. Town flattens, no survives, think Germans, emerge, fight demons, street. Sniper tiger, bricked shudders. 88 blasts, panic, confusion, fear, James, flashes radio artillery pounds, dust chokes, cordite lungs. Infantry bodies, stack youths die, refuse break poles, storm hand knife, bayonet, blood silence, smoke clears men. Numb skeletons rise, tank crews slump, infantry sob, wounded moan, mules, dead trails, bones scattered tombs, macabre cemetery guns, tombstones, 25 yards mortar. Skeletons explode, wounded ancient bones, horror James frozen, soul screams end infantry. Lyra Hitler line, mines, slow rivers, engineers, tanks, next ridge, same rain, mud, weary depression, one more river, hill wonders, home breakthrough, Gustav cracks poles. Piedmonte Road, Rome, June 4th, 2 days Normandy, hope push slows, Clark's, diverted. France diversion, Italy forgotten Germans, Gothic Pisa, Rimini Mountains, Apennines hell, Spalato, Perugia trails, impossible infantry crawl peaks, 88s, Nebel warfare 6, terror constant flash, whistle crump, shrapnel James spots, radio barrage, pinned. Screams no respite, winter snow, mud, freeze, die, cold, scarred, numb, why survive madness, bonds, St. Joe, Aggie, Tufty, gone faces, pain python, 3 years. Home stunned, eligible for one piece miracle, relief, tears, joy, last tense, premonition, shell name. Fear patrol, jumpy praise, longer relief, scout car screams, shells chase, closer clutches, gun valise, lace, loot, heart pounds. Fred wheel, fags, go skid rocks, safe laughter, tears, relief laughs, cries, God pity, Italy over journey, Naples, transit chaos, deserters. Black filth, typhoid ship, November 23rd, sails, Arrivederci, Napoli white cliffs, home last. The desert rats earn their name James, and the boys dive into North Africa sands hot enough to fry eggs on tank armor, dust storms. Choke everything, Cassino wins, whip sand like knives, navigation, pure hell, sun compass bearings, little finger watch. Trick, true north, no roads, just rocks, salt flats, waddies, endless patrol eyes, red bloodshot, from glare heads, ache limbs. Stiff minds, numb automatic zombie mode, Italian advance, Sidi Barani, occupied small clashes, M14 tanks, motorized infantry. Recon, December 1940, counter-push Australian Indian troops, Sidi Barani, solemn retaken running battles, light tanks. Dust, oil, petrol, smoke, cordite shells, screech crump guns, Italian stone forts, machine guns, anti-tank hidden tanks forward. Draw fire, outposts artillery, quick hours crash, thump screech, thunder, smoke, infantry mob, aches eyes, nausea, HQ, tank jammed, driver charges, crushes, fishy, perfume, contraceptives, lewd, photos, bayonets, camouflage, souvenirs. Advance Ajidabia. Benghazi Falls forced march 150 miles, 16 tanks composite deep lonely dust clings eyes, red head limbs. Stiff minds wander, petrol ammo, lorries, night refuel, cool off trig, bearings, Benghazi Tripoli, convoy retreat trucks. Tanks, guns, carriers, far ICs, sitting ducks, 14 tanks attack, crash fire trucks, blaze, blocked panic, men jump fire. Blindly chatter bullets ping, cordite smoke, fast every shot hits anti-tank grenades, Italian fire, own 2 hours, carnage destroyed. Tanks hit abandoned white flags, wounded cry, die, sickened. Dazed, pimple burning flesh bodies, hang legs, black drop, gooey remains inside, never forget. Soul-damned graves, dug sorry fags, war over them, victory Pyrrhic, guilt, depression, Tripoli talk, Greece. Bad Australians, withdrawn Germans, Rommel command Axis, Italian gone, enemy Rommel, no support withdraw. EGYPT refit, CD Bisha, Alex Sandfly, hospital 3 weeks, re-equip Lays, see Alex Tannery, docks unload, air raids, ACAC, bombs, planes, crash fleet. Clubhousey, fags, lager, navy friends, Lejew girls, sailors, bombed 8 killed Housejoy, desert, Rommel, Alagila, Makili Benghazi, Tobruk siege Salam Hellfire Capuzzo Doug British Mersa Matru Sidi, Barani May 15 Salam Capuzzo, hold retire Tobruk. Poles Indians can't break June 15, Cassino Fryegg, advance Capuzzo barrage. Artillery plaster, slow blind, dust face, light tank, first shot lucky, mill fire advance, withdraw, smoke noise, screaming. Blaze crews, torn smoke, flesh throat, abandoned scramble. None, ping clatter, shrapnel, god end, scarlet foxhand. Dogs fox rabbit, diverts curse, justice. Laughter not bullets, scarce tanks, lorries, Bren wireless, buzzers map, dumped pubs, bus home blind, bivouac, Stonehenge, strange, enjoyable grumble, disciplined drinkers. Woman chasers, RSM overalls, guard, water, no bullets, shadows, Dodds, nervous forgets. Turnout leaves, fetch furious notes, frenzied owl punishment, excused civilians training Christmas ringwood. Picturesque billets, cottages, drapers, town hall, Sunday cinema. Parade tanks, scout Bren walks, forest discipline men, Saturday lively, monkey's cage, drink open fling, chaos identity damages, shades, fez smashing. Furious alike, dark leave, Muriel dad, rationing blackout jumpy, phony frustration, sooner France 48. No fair ladies pound home kindness, telegram village, send cinema, tea chests, fags, tanks, Southampton, night Cherbourg, cattle, pleasant cards. Waving illusion shattered, strafing chatter, panic floor, Bren, wild gone, silence, bombed, rubble, flattened tanks. Wood ammo-spotted scramble holes, circle blast trenches, move dusk Abbeville Somme, recon speed lanes, quiet cows, infantry wired, uneasy farm milk brew shells, crash burns, die entrails, fleas, cops, darkness, terror, tears, curse, blame, laugh, heroes, infantry. River tracers, hum report, midnight leaguer, curled sleep. Engines bully T, advance mushroom rifle guns, swish crump, opposite scramble, salvo top, rise, anti-tank. Blaze ducks, murder fire, cordite dust, screaming burn, climb torches, drag mud burning, abandon. Scramble, no ping clatter, God, Tufty, safety, 20 dead, 23 injured, 25 for 3 hours, aged 830, numbed, sick weight, pulverized. Retreat, convoy, South Coppice, trenches, petrol move, 10 leaguer, bully biscuits, sleep wake, Mike. Major HQ9, dark dig brew cards. Red barrage very crump, tracer closer hot, cold, clammy, God no willy, move no talking ditches. Refugees, trickle mattresses, children prams, mothers 5, jam bombs, thud smoke, strafe, crumpled flames, screams, hate murder. Noon derelict HQ sentries, crews sections, tanks, dumps, sleep stables, chickens 10 organize evening north horrible memories. Quick no doubt night, dark column woodlands, exhausts raw commanders, headphones, green air, petrol, slow gunners, belts, air gulps. Trees, infantry weary faces, waiting wrong disperse. Frantic attack, bypass retreat. Panzers surrounded South Ruang, blackout refugees, carts, lemmings, abandoned, ditches blood, graves, Dante's, dawn's silent cathedral, bombed, abandoned bridge cellars, 20. Supply worn, ditch smash, rifles, respirator, blanket ammo instructions, discipline 10 whispers, sheeted south, midnight Spain guess. Laveldon Hospital, wounded thumb, pray, POW radio, Dunkirk boat evacuation, complete abandoned, POW numb mount resignation. Dawn, northeast halt, horror burnt piles, smashed oil seized burned kit webbing, rifles, ammo tanks, stretchers, hats, corned petrol carriers. Mortar, grenades, destruction to boat sleep signals, overturned deep cold Horrigon trail, skybirds rise, steamer. Chugging jetty, God don't planes, stutter, Spitfire pursuit, scramble heap Lady Mon, ferry holidays, fate laughter, tears, bombs, rock. Deluge guns, pursue, scurry, cram, galley, stew down, wake warmth, sleep bowl, wake lurch, portholes, Plymouth, miracle, 15. Days, Dunkirk. The Desert Rats legend burns bright James, and the boys charge deeper North Africa sands, sear metal dust storms. Blind Khamsin winds, whip navigation, nightmare sun compass, bearings finger, watch true. North, no roads, rocks, salt flats, waddies, patrol eyes. Burn glare heads, pound limbs, stiff minds, numb zombie, Italian Sidi Barani. Occupied clashes, M14 tanks recon, December 1940. Push Australians, Indians, Sidi Barani, solemn retaken battles, light tanks, dust oil, petrol, smoke, cordite shells. Screech crump guns, forts, machine guns, anti-tank. Hidden tanks, draw fire outpost, artillery quick, crash thump, screech, thunder smoke, infantry mop, aches. Eyes nausea, HQ, tank jammed, driver charges, crushes, prisoners, thousands, cigarettes, Vichy, perfume. Contraceptives, lewd bayonets, camouflage souvenirs, advance age Adabia. Benghazi, forced march 150-16 tanks, composite deep, lonely dust, clings eyes, red head limbs, stiff minds, wander, petrol ammo, lorries. Night refuel, cool trig bearings. Benghazi, Tripoli convoy, retreat trucks, tanks, guns, carriers, far ICs, sitting ducks, 14 attack, crash, fire trucks, blaze, blocked, panic men, jump fire. Blindly chatter bullets, ping, cordite, smoke fast, every shot hits anti-tank grenades, Italian. Fire owned 2 hours, carnage destroyed, tanks hit, abandoned white flags, wounded, cry-die, sickened. Dazed, pimple, burning flesh. Bodies hang legs, black drop, gooey remains. Never forget soul-damned graves, dug. Sorry fags. War over victory, Pyrrhic, guilt, depression. Tripoli talk, Greece-bad Australians, withdrawn Germans, Rommel command, Axis Italian, gone, enemy Rommel, no support, withdraw. EGYPT refit, CD Bisha, Alex Sandfly, hospital 3 weeks, re-equip Lays, see Alex Tannery, docks unload, air raids, ACCAC bombs. Planes crash, fleet club, housey fags, lager, navy friends, La Rue girls, sailors, bombed, 8 killed, Housejoy, desert, Rommel, El Aguila, Makili, Benghazi, Tobruk siege, Solom Halfaya Capuzzo, Dug British Mersa, Matro Sidi Barani, May 15, Solom Capuzzo, hold, retire. Tobruk Poles Indians can't break, June 15, Campsine Fryegg, advance Capuzzo barrage, artillery plaster, slow blind dust face, light tank, first shot lucky, mill fire, advance, withdraw smoke, noise, screaming blaze crews, torn smoke flesh, throat abandoned, scramble none ping, clatter, shrapnel god end, scarlet fox hand, dogs fox rabbit, diverts, curse, justice, laughter, not bullets. Scarce tanks, lorries, Bren, wireless buzzers, map dumped pubs, bus home, blind, bivouac Stonehenge, strange enjoyable. Grumbled disciplined drinkers, woman chasers, RSM overalls, guard water, no bullets. Shadows, Dodds, nervous forgets, turnout leaves, fetch, furious notes, frenzied owl punishment excused. Civilians training Christmas, Ringwood picturesque billets, cottages. Draper's Town Hall Sunday cinema parade, tanks, Scout Bren, walks forest, disciplined men, Saturday lively monkeys, cage drink, open fling, chaos identity, damages shades. Fez, smashing, furious alike, dark leave, Muriel dad, rationing blackout, jumpy, phony frustration. Sooner, France, 48, no fair ladies pound home kindness, telegram village, send cinema, tea chests, fags, tanks. Southampton, nightshare bug, cattle pleasant cards, waving illusion, shattered strafing, chatter, panic, floor bren, wild gone, silence bombed. Rubble, flattened tanks, wood ammo spotted scramble holes, circle blast trenches, move dusk Abville, Salm recon speed lanes, quiet cows, infantry wired, uneasy farm. Milk brew shells, crash burns, die entrails, fleas, cops, darkness, terror, tears, curse, blame. Laugh, heroes, infantry river, tracers, hum report, midnight leaguer, curled sleep engines, bully tea. Advance mushroom rifle guns, swish crump, opposite scramble, salvo top rise, anti-tank blaze ducks. Murder fire, cordite dust, screaming burn, climb torches. Drag, mud, burning, abandon, scramble, no ping clatter, God, tufty safety, 20 dead, 23 injured, 25 for 3 hours, aged 830 numbed, sick wait. Pulverized retreat, convoy, South Coppice, trenches petrol move, 10 leaguer bully. Biscuits, sleepwake, Mike, Major HQ9, dark dig brew cards, red barrage, very crump tracer, closer hot, cold, clammy, God no willy move, no talking. Ditches, refugees, trickle mattresses, children, prams, mothers, 5 jam bombs, thud smoke, strafe crumpled. Flames, screams, hate murder, noon derelict HQ, sentries, cruise sections, tanks, dumps, sleep stables, chickens, 10 organized evening north horrible memories. Quick, no doubt night, dark column, woodlands, exhausts roar, commander's headphones, green air petrol. Slow gunners belts, air gulps, trees infantry, weary faces, waiting wrong. Disperse frantic attack, bypass retreat, panzers surrounded South Ruang, blackout refugees, carts, lemmings, abandoned ditches, blood graves, Dantes, Dawn, silent. Cathedral bombed, abandoned. Bridge cellars, 20 supply, worn ditch smash, rifles, respirator, blanket ammo instructions, discipline, 10 whispers. Sheeted south, midnight Spain, guess Lavelle Dawn Hospital, wounded thumb prey, POW radio. Dunkirk boat evacuation, complete abandoned POW. NUMB, Mount Resignation Dawn, Northeast halt horror burnt piles, smashed oil seized burned kit, webbing rifles, ammo tanks. Stretchers, hats, corned petrol carriers, mortar grenades, destruction to boat sleep signals, overturned deep cold horror gone. Trails, skybirds rise, steamer chugging, jetty god, daunt planes, stutter, spitfire, pursuit, scramble, heap Lady Marne, ferry holidays, fate laughter, tears, bombs, rock deluge, guns pursue, scurry, cram, galley, stew down, wake warmth, sleep bowl, wake lurch, portholes. Plymouth miracle, 15 days Dunkirk final evacuation home. James finally breathes free, war scars deep, but hope flickers. Brighter future awaits with Muriel, Dad, and promise. After all, hell, they made it through. One piece story ends, but memories never fade.